loves. I'm standing on this stage today, built on top of Dakota land, because I'm not satisfied with the world as it is, a feeling that many of y'all in this room might share. And if we want to make positive social progress, we need to tell stories. Our brains are wired to understand the world through story. Data computes, but it doesn't connect. So if we want to have social justice and racial and gender and economic and environmental justice, we need to tell stories. Right now, though, people who want a positive, equitable world are caught up in one story: resist against this guy. And as cognitive scientist George Lakoff asked, if I tell you not to think of an elephant, what do you think about? An elephant, right? So we need to remember, so if I tell you we need to stop all the bad things that Trump is doing, what options have I supplied for you to consider instead? We need to remember that all of our stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. In social change stories, the beginning is the unsatisfactory now and the history of how it came to be this way. Resisting is just one part of the middle of the story. So what about the end? Writer and organizer Adrienne Maree Brown says that that all organizing is science fiction because we are bending the future together into a new world we've never experienced. So our stories need to give us a map to that new world. That means we need to provide a visionary end to our stories so that we can give ourselves a destination that we can navigate towards together. And that brings me to my most urgent reason for standing on stage today. It is damn difficult for justice and peace-loving people to be able to imagine this different world that we're trying to create. And that's not an accident. That's a strategic advantage for the opposition. Writer and organizer Beth Zemsky says that the most successful thing the dominant culture has ever done is to limit our imagination of what's possible. So right now, I'm gonna ask you to exercise your imagination with me for the rest of the time we have together. Are you with me? All right. So first, consider all of the things that you're doing already to resist and all of the other different ways that you're making the world a better place, at your job, in your community, with your friends and family. Now, expand that to consider all the folks that you know and all the folks in this room, about 1,000 people, and all the folks that they know, and all the ways that they're contributing to make the world a better place. Now, let's see if we can journey to that place together. Imagine that all these folks together, including you, have 50 years of wild success at making the world a better place, from today all the way through to 2067. Bring yourself forward in time and really place yourself in that new world created by 50 years of our collective audacity. Feel your 2067 butt in your 2067 chair. Now imagine it's the end of this 2067 Ignite evening. You leave through the doors of this theater and you go out into that new world created by 50 years of our collective success. What's it like out there? Notice what's present in that new world, not just absent. For example, if we're able to live without fear, without white supremacy, without transphobia, what are we able to live with? Don't linger on what's ended in that world. That's the resistance against bad stuff being successful. Instead, notice what's started in that world so we can focus on what it is we're resisting for. Bring that world to life by engaging your senses. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like on your skin and in your heart and in your guts? What does it taste like? What is a person's unremarkable, ordinary day like in that new world of 2067? Now, bring yourself back to this room of 2017, but keep the feeling and details of your 2067 world with you. I'm assigning you all homework. Talk about your envisioned world with each other and with other people. Sharing and building this vision with others, especially centering the folks most impacted by the bad stuff, is how we can actually get closer to this destination together. And if we're able to use this vision to help us reach our destination, just imagine what we'll actually be able to achieve once we're there. Thank you.